Like Mr. David said, my name is Paige Morgan. I'm originally from St. Francisville, but I came to Lafayette in 2018 for college. I am the executive director of the 100 Club of Acadiana. It's a very new nonprofit, and I'm excited to share with y'all exactly who we are and what we do. I'm going to do a little background first before I get into the presentation. Y'all have fun looking at the fun little pictures. When I first moved to Lafayette, I was very nervous. I was the first in my family not to go to LSU, and all of my friends went to LSU, and I was very alone in a new city. But that didn't last long. I was immediately scooped up by some Lafayette locals who showed me what a good time was, and probably met the most extended and welcoming family ever. They took me in and quickly became my home away from home. This new home just included things like chasing chickens in Church Point, lots of Zydeco dancing, and stuffed cow tongue, which that was a new one. Apparently they don't shave off the taste buds. That's really fun. But that's besides the point. Lafayette and all of Acadiana really embodies the meaning of Southern hospitality, and I really call myself lucky to be part of this community. What I really took away from living in Lafayette for 4 years was how to be a good person. I thought I knew that coming in. I came from a small town in Louisiana where traditional values were kind of instilled into us at an early age. I was taught to respect all adults, yes ma'am, no ma'am, yes sir, no sir. But Lafayette really takes it a step further. Y'all are really willing to go above and beyond for anybody, no questions asked. You lend out a helping hand whenever you can without asking anything in return. That's really what I love about this community and what I tell everyone back home when they ask why I'm still here. The Acadiana community does everything in love and through Christ, and it really shows. Everyone in the city does not hesitate when it comes to rallying together. You're all a big family, and not all by blood, by just friendship. I've never seen so many people willing to go to hell for their friends and family and complete strangers. This is why I'm so excited to be here and talk to y'all about our organization. It's no secret that there currently is and has been a war on cops. And now with firefighters battling the wildfires, I think we can all agree that they need our support now more than ever. During my senior year at UL, I did an internship with the Lafayette City Police, and I got to see just how much our boys in blue and red are underappreciated. In 2022, the Lafayette Police Department faced their lowest number of recruits going through the academy and currently had 35 open spots. Sorry, I just lost a spot. You may ask why, and I did, and the officer I was with that day said something I will never forget. He said, I don't have a family, but if I did, I wouldn't want to do this job either. Which, honestly, who could blame him? Just the other week, 2 officers were ambushed when they were just doing their jobs. Police and firefighters are really never promised tomorrow, but God help them, they still put on that uniform and go to work. I strictly remember working with the Criminal Investigations Division, and on that day they had a case of a minor who had probably been through the worst abuse and neglect I have ever seen. The child was 2 years old and he had been beaten and neglected so badly that his little arms were in a defensive position covering his head constantly. The detectives on this case really took it personally. I really thought that they were just going to go kill the guy. And I don't say that lightly. You would have thought this child was one of their own kids. Nothing was really going to stop them from protecting this child and doing everything it took. That's what these officers are doing for your families. They treat every case and every accident like it involves their own. They protect and they serve more than we could ever imagine. The least we could do is promise them that we'll have their own families' backs if, God forbid, their watch is abruptly ended. My first interaction with police and firefighters differs from my friends. I wasn't pulled over for speeding or for drunk driving after prom. I didn't have the fire department called to my house because I let a pizza burn. I was involved in a drunk driving accident that unfortunately took the life of my oldest brother. We were hit head on by a careless person who made the choice to drink and drive. As much as I wish my brain would have repressed these memories, I remember everything. I remember the sounds of the cars slamming into ours, the sound of sirens and fire trucks. I remember the taste of blood in my mouth from the impact of the airbags and the glass hitting my face. As much as I hated it, I remember seeing firefighters and police officers work together to save us, and as much as I hated it, I remember them watching to help fight the man who killed my brother. But what I remember most from this night is an officer forcing me to look at him. He was shielding me to protect me from witnessing my brother take his last breaths. He refused to let this 15-year-old girl watch something as horrific as somebody in their last moments. He knew it would stick with me as it does with him. That same officer went home to his family just to do it all again the next day. As much as I screamed and cursed at this man, and I have apologized to him for not letting me see my brother, I will never be able to repay him. It is because of this officer that the last memories of my brother are good ones, and I will never forget that. I'm not telling you this story to convince you to donate or to become members of the 100 Club of Acadiana. I'm telling you this story because this is what officers and firefighters do on a daily basis. No questions asked. They see the worst sides of people and the impacts of poor choices. They fight for the good while witnessing the worst, only for them to get attacked for simply doing their jobs. I'm sick and tired of headlines like officers ambushed and defund the police. I really do not want to live in a world where crime runs rampant and people are getting praised for killing officers. While we cannot change all the issues surrounding law enforcement, we can promise them that we have their backs. It's my prayer that when they're putting on their uniforms and their gear in the mornings, not knowing if they'll be back, that there's some part of them that's secure in knowing that we'll have their families' backs. I know you guys have a lot of choices when it comes to donating your time and your money, and I can't thank y'all enough for listening and having me here today. But please find it in your hearts to support the men and the women who risk their lives for you and me. Let's finally let the good win. Thank y'all. And then now we'll do the presentation. Y'all had me nervous in the first half, I'm not gonna lie. Okay, so now we're gonna do the presentation. So cute pictures, yay. Okay, so who are we? We are the 100 Club of Acadiana. We are a licensed 501c3 nonprofit organization, just like y'all. We're dedicated to providing financial support to the dependents of law enforcement and firefighters, so their families if they are killed in the line of duty. Our purpose is really to distribute charitable gifts, and those are just going to be defined as paying off mortgages, providing life-saving equipment like body armor, so to speak, that isn't covered in somebody's budget. We'll also be paying for officers to attend workshops and training programs, college-level courses that also isn't covered in their budget. Our service area is really just Acadiana Parish, or all of Acadiana. We're called the 100 Club of Acadiana for a reason. We will only be covering departments and agencies within Acadiana. This will be Lafayette, Iberia, St. Martin, Vermilion, Acadia, St. Landry. Can't forget that. So where's your money going? I think this is a big question that everybody's going to ask. It's number one. In addition to providing financial support to families, again, you'll be your generous donations and membership costs will go towards providing life-saving equipment, training opportunities, scholarships, hosting functions like banquets to honor officers and firefighters that have been nominated by their own departments for providing life-saving measures. Also, any civilians that have assisted officers in life-saving duties. Sorry, forgot that. So membership costs, you can either donate or become a member. Right now we have 4 different types of memberships. A personal membership will be $100 a year, and a business membership will be $150 a year. We also have lifetime membership options available. Those will start at $1,000, or you can do $250 for 4 years, per year for 4 years. And then a lifetime business membership will be $1,500. There are incentives that come with this, don't worry. You'll get stickers. But these stickers can help you. I can't say this legally, but you may not get pulled over. That's all I'm saying. Don't tell them I told you that. There you go. Now, even more reason, man.
Not on your forehead.
Yeah, on your car. Every membership will come with 100 Club of Acadiana sticker for your vehicles. One, it'll allow you to proudly show that you support law enforcement. Yay. And again, you might not get pulled over, but I didn't tell you that. Since we are a licensed 501c3, all your donations and membership costs are tax deductible, and what more could you want in this economy? So what makes us different than national organizations like Towers to Towers? Acadiana is ridiculously small. Like I said, all of y'all are somehow related one way or another, which is very frightening. But you get to see exactly who and how your money is benefiting. So it might be your neighbor, might be a friend, family member, might be somebody from across the street, who knows. But the Acadiana community is literally one big happy family. So when you become a member or you donate, You're not simply getting a tax break, you're helping your family. Some frequently asked questions: if there's any fundraising opportunities. The first thing I heard whenever I walked into this building was something about golf. So we have a golf fundraiser that we're working on. It's going to be at Calcutta, so that'll be fun. You'll get to gamble and play golf. What more could you want? Exactly. As of right now, though, we are focused on gathering more members and just getting the word out there. But once more fundraising opportunities come about, y'all will be the first to know. Will there be any meetings to brief on how the money has been distributed? That will just be at our banquet. Once a year, we'll honor everybody who was nominated, and we'll also go over how and where your money was spent. But that's really all I got for y'all. Does anybody have any questions?